Hi, welcome to the Love Project. I'm Mel Brown, and I'm here with Aaron Eisses, a candidate in the upcoming mayoral election. Alright, so my first question for you today is, how could the city better support youth programming?
I think a good first step would be to have the councillors and the leaders of the city more engaged in youth programming, and so they can understand what the needs are of the people running the program and of the people that are using the programs. And I think that would be a great first step, and that would probably facilitate more funding coming to those programs.
Alright, and what do you see as the number one problem in Halifax, and what do you propose to do about it?
I think the biggest issue facing the city going forward is how do we grow in a sustainable and responsible way. A lot of growth is coming to the city, shipbuilding and changing in shipping lanes, and I think as a city we need to handle that properly. I think by focusing the future growth into more of the downtowns of the old cities that make up HRM, that would be a really good start, and I think developing the growth system that is not based on skyscrapers but on a more sustainable, livable community would be a lot better off.
Alright, and sort of getting away from the city, well, not really. How could the city better include the history of minorities in public programming?
That would be a good thing to do going forward. I think recognizing the mistakes we've made in the past in dealing with minorities would be a good start, and promoting them within the city. I spent a lot of time in Toronto, and Toronto's done a good job of dealing with that as a very multicultural city in changing street signs to represent communities where ethnic and minority cultures have made contributions to the city. And I think Halifax, we do have a history with a lot of minorities and cultures in the city, and doing that I think would be a really neat way to promote it that people see every day.
Alright, now coming from someone who takes the bus every day, the bus services really suck, so what can the city do to improve it?
I also take the bus every day. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we could do. I think one thing we need to do in the short term that is very doable, and it'll cost a little money, but most of the cost will be on just a change, and change always comes with a kind of a cost, is there's a lot of plans out there, some have been developed by Metro Transit, others by other groups, to incorporate high-frequency transit routes into Metro Transit system. Of course, that will require changing the existing bus routes, and we'll have to.
And if you were elected, how would you encourage youth to be youth involvement in politics?
Well, that's a difficult thing to do. Everyone's trying to figure that out. I think the best way is just to engage the youth, and I think we need to do that as a mayor or as councillors or as premiers and prime ministers, and we need to be actively involved with the youth, and I think that is really the only way to do it. I think one of the disconnects, and from my own personal experience, when politicians and leaders say, yeah, we want to engage the youth, but then when the youth say something and nothing gets done. So youth want to see change, and they want to see activity, and they want to see their leaders listening to them and considering their needs when they make decisions. And I think engaging the youth and working with them on the ground level would be a great start.
Right. And how would you improve the selection and training of police officers?
Yeah, well, I'm not a police officer specialist per se, but I think in general we should look at the needs of the community and where the issues that are facing the community, perhaps crime or more the impoverished areas of the community where we have some of these issues, and developing and training police officers out of those issues. I think that's worked in other areas, is a great way to work within those communities to find solutions rather than just locking people up, and helping those areas of the city develop and grow. And I think that would be a great thing to look at, working with the police department.
Alright. Well, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
And once again, this is the Love Project, and I'm Mel Brown. Good night, folks.
Thank you.